I really can't wait to see it. But okay, yeah, I think everybody's ready for some reason. Just somebody changed team, I believe, or something. But Skady Bassi starting with a real quick offensive play, and Skadoosh with a touch here. That's very interesting, and it's gonna go in. Two defenders couldn't really get any clear, and you know, I really want to see that again. Did he get a touch? No, I don't think he did. It was like just slowly dropping down and bouncing in front of the net, and Bassi, it was like, okay, nobody's gonna touch that. Well, that's a free ball for me. And 11 seconds only, they have one on the board so quickly. Now Skadoosh sending it high. It's gonna be Vladimir with a clear. It's not gonna be cleared for a long distance. Tony got the clean touch. Passy couldn't find the net, and Vladimir already in the counter. Cream taking his time. It's gonna be denied by the Exile. Vladimir could find the redirect. Goes for a high touch here. Maybe his teammate could be following it up. Skadoosh clears it away for now. And now the Exile again with another offensive play. Has been denying those kind of booming clears. And what a double touch coming from Scream. You know, it was like first from passing, and that was incredible passing play. It's almost like okay, maybe their brain just shifted like from a body to another, because it looked like they were on sync in that play, and this is something you don't get to see a lot. A big whiff happens, but nobody is able to clear it away. Still bouncing dangerously, and Exile with a shot, and he's gonna be able to punish. Okay, I'm not sure what is going on. Like, a lot of players seem to be leaving and joining, but eSports, they get punished really heavily here. Scream couldn't really get any touch, and 2-1 on the board with 1 goal difference. Um, they definitely need to fix up their defensive positioning and not let such silly goals go in. And everybody seems to be overcommitted. It's all up to Tony right now, or maybe it's gonna be the Exile. Scream off the backboard, and the Exile with an open net goal, and we're gonna have a tied up game. It's like all of that went for nothing for Z Esports. Everybody just being way too hungry for these offensive plays. Everybody wanted to have their turn and have a flashy goal, but that managed to bite him really, really hard, and that's gonna cost them a goal right away. Skadoosh with a delayed kickoff. Can't really control this any further. Scream sending it high with a sail pass off the ceiling, and the Exile off to the side. Passy. Now Tony with a clear. It's gonna be bouncing right in front of the net though, but still it's gonna be cleared away. Scream up to the corner with a pre-flip. Can't really find the second touch. Passy again controlling it and sending it right back, but Tony controlling the walls very well and just keeping it away from danger, and the double commit happens. Ball is still on the blue side, so they're not gonna be getting punished for it. Passy flicks it over one. It's gonna be denied by Vladimir, and a clean shot toward the net by Skadoosh. The moment you think that it was a perfect clear, it was a quick punishment that was coming in against Puncture, and they have the lead back with plenty of time remaining. But you know, it's going back and forth when it comes to, you know, if a team makes a mistake, the other one is always able to capitalize on that mistake and get to shoot the ball on net. So it's gonna be very interesting, but I really wonder if Z Esports can be able to tighten up their defensive rotation, because letting in an open net goal like that, it's definitely something that we don't get to see a lot from Z Esports. So this is like the last thing that you want to do, which is stay way too focused in the offense and forget that you have a net to cover. Vladimir, interesting 50. It's gonna be up to the XL. Sends it high off the wall, but it's gonna be Scream. Having another touch to help on the speedy counter. Vladimir sends it high. It's gonna be Passy. Getting complete, demolished. The XL with a shot on net. It's gonna be Skadoosh with a save and denying that equalizer. And another demo happens in the air by Tony. And another one happens. Cream can't really find the net. Tony with a high shot, or Or maybe it's gonna be a pass. Vladimir right back to Tony, but he's not gonna be able to get there in time. And Scream just chilling in that mid boost, waiting for it to respawn. Still able to reposition themselves, and Scream stealing the boost from Vladimir. That's really gonna delay and also slow down the offensive play that's gonna be coming from Puncture. With still 1 goal difference. We have seen a lot of booming clears. It's gonna be Vladimir with a shot. It's gonna be off the post, and a demo happens from the exile, but the shot wasn't there, and that was a perfect open net for them to get that equalizer. There's still time on the clock, and they still need to come up with a way to find the net, because we have seen plenty of attempts, but when it comes to the last execution, it hasn't really been there. And Tony, with the read of the wall, it's gonna be saved by Scream. Vladimir, keep it there. Now Passy on the counter. Vladimir, not a lot to boost, and they're still able to look as calm as possible in the defense. Vladimir, interesting touch and interesting positioning too. That's really helped out in that. Tony already in the counter with a 1v1 play, but it's gonna be Skadoosh off the backboard. Keeping the ball very closely, and that's a really smart decision for them to, prevent any possible booming clear or maybe puncture, where they're gonna have the chance to have a clean shot, and Vladimir not a lot to boost. That could have been the goal to keep them alive in this game. And the ball once again is cleared away. Scream on the counter. He gets his flip reset but fails to get a shot. And eSports, they take the first game, and that was incredibly close performance from both teams. And I think Puncture, they still did very, very well here. It just like eSports, I think they also had plenty of mistakes that they really led Puncture to easily capitalize on those, where they just leave the net wide open, for example, and just maybe stay too focused in offense. It seems like, yeah, everybody just trying to switch turns when it comes to, all right, you scored, it's going to be my turn, and they have been doing all of that. And, I mean, if you also want to take a look at the amount of shots, it's going to be 7 shots for eSports, and against like Puncture where they had 5. But it's like, I think for Puncture, they just need better accuracy in their shots because they're having their chances. But when it comes to the execution or like having something really threatening, we don't really get to see that a lot. But again, they still keep it very close. Again, really good performance from them. And like if they manage to be more consistent than their opponent, and maybe give them some false hope when it comes to, yeah, you guys are able to freestyle on us, but they're able to surprise them with their counter plays. I think this could be the perfect strategy for Puncture, especially if they also want to keep up with the offensive rotation, like also the offensive pressure that they have always been having, especially in the first game. And a really good play here, but it's going to be a little bit too wide. Passy getting control, flicks it high over 1, but also managed to fix his teammate. Cream of the ceiling. Gonna be the exile with the solo play. Passy, a slight tap, sending it to the wall. Now Puncture getting really physical from the start. Cream with a flip reset. This could have been the flip reset that he failed to get earlier, and not even the second follow-up. That would have been a goal for them. And it seems like we're gonna be scoreless in the first minute. Really good attempts again from eSports. They're having a lot of flashy plays. Scream with an air dribble. That's gonna be denied by the exile. Vladimir, not a lot to boost. Kadush with a shot of the wall. Tony sending it to the backboard, followed by the exile, or maybe he didn't really get the follow, but at least he was able to get the dunk. Now Scream with another flip reset. That was a clean shot. Tony went to save Vladimir, getting that clear as the ball was right on the goal line. That was incredible. And Scream, he's still going for these flip reset. He's still going for flashy plays because he didn't really get one earlier, and I think he really wants to get one. I think that's what he's trying to do, but it's gonna be Passy possibly scoring an open net, but it's gonna be a miss, and we're still scoreless here, 0-0. And you really wonder if it's gonna be a counter from Puncture or all of these flashy attempts, and the mechanics of eSports gonna be paying off to get that first goal in the second game. Really good bump here from Puncture and Tony, having a clean shot on the net, and they go on the lead. And let's see that again. It was the exile just sending this player out of the play, and that was a perfect play coming from them. And it takes a lot of confidence to have a player to be chasing a bump or a demo in the front of the goal line instead of going for the usual passing play or usual teamwork where you just get a pass and that's it, or maybe you send the ball for your teammate. But leaving it right there and going for the bump itself, it really takes a lot of courage, and they were able to make some use of that. They got one goal lead, they extend it, or it's gonna be Z eSports having better mechanical plays, but it's gonna be the XL once again, and this time he's gonna be scoring, and 2-0 for them. Tony, or maybe it was Kadush, just he thought it was gonna be safe to control it, but the XL coming in really fast before Skadush even gets enough time to maybe have a plan B, because taking control in that defensive play didn't really work, and the XL signing with an early shot can't really find it because Scream had to be a lot faster than that. Vladimir off the backboard, but it's gonna be Scream again, sending it all the way back. Passy, it's gonna be able to get a shot, but it's not gonna go in. It's still gonna be a wide shot. Vladimir on the counter, and let's see if that's 2 goals lead can be enough, because they're having their offensive pressure. There's still like 2 minutes remaining, but again, Z Esports, they're looking really good when it comes to the positioning. It seems like they're still making less mistakes, even though they're conceding, and that could have been the first goal, but it's gonna be denied by Vladimir, sending it right to the walls. Skadush. This attempt gonna be denied. Scream with a shot on net and double commit, but they still managed to get away with it. Holding into those 2 goals very well, and Skadush trying to get the demo, can't really find it, and they're getting those reads very well for Puncture. It seems like you can't really use their game against him, so it seems like maybe there's like only one team that is able to use that game against them, but they're not playing right now. They're gonna be playing, I believe, it's gonna be next week, but yeah. So far, everything seems to be really good for Puncture, especially with those physical plays. But speaking of looking really good, you can't look that good with Cream. Just looking incredible in that another double tap, and that was powerful play coming in and starting the possible comeback for Z Esports with 1 goal away to have a tied up game. And it's gonna be 2 kickoffs in a row. Now Passy off to Scream, but Scream couldn't really find it. Skadush off the backboard. The XL sending it this one very low, and a double commit again happens from Z Esports, but it still goes in. Okay, I wasn't really expecting that to be in. It looked like, yeah, it just needed another follow, but what was that? Like, how was that even Scream goal? Because I know, it seems like it was like a team pinch, an accidental team pinch coming from a double commit. But you know what? A goal is a goal, and doesn't really matter for Z Sport. They got a tied up game, and that's all what matters. They just need to find another goal to have the lead and seal the game from Puncture. Passy, the solo play against Puncture. Now Scream, can he find another double tap, and that was nearly in. The XL having to defend right now. Vladimir couldn't really get any clear. The XL, again, sending the ball from side to side, waiting for that moment where they're going to be able to find a decent clear. Now Scream, another flashy play, but it's not going to be resulting in anything. Skadush kind of taking his time in that play, and the XL still goes for another play. And now Vladimir off the backboard. The XL is going to be blocked. Now Skadush keeps it high. Now Scream couldn't find another double though, but it's not going to be the case. And Vladimir keeps it high at 0 seconds. The ball is still alive, but we're not going to see a 0-second goal. We're going to see an overtime in the second game. 1 goal is all what it takes, and Puncture, they need to continue on with that confident play that they had earlier on, especially with those physical plays. It's gonna be Scream off the corner, and now it's gonna be a simple follow from Passy. Didn't really have to be that complicated, and Z Esports, they're absolutely unstoppable. Going down by 2, they're still able to find their comeback, and also well, they just didn't really get that comeback, but they were also like going for lots of flashy plays, and that team pinch. It was incredible, and Scream again just being a scoring machine, finding those double taps like he does them twice in the series, and that's already a good mechanical display from Z Esports. And once again, we're gonna have like another close game, but for Puncture, that didn't really seem to be enough for them. It has to be game three right now, and it has to happen. Puncture again, they had the perfect start. They had like 2-0 against Z Esports, but like in the end, they kind of let in some kind of like I don't know, maybe some kind of like weird goals to go against them, and they managed to lose the lead. Um, we just need to see a similar performance from game two, not defensively, but offensively, so they could be having a better chance when it comes to getting the reverse sweep. And I don't think we have seen any reverse sweep in this whole season so far. So you really wonder if that's going to be it because Punctured, again, they're showing uh, really good signs of life here and having decent plays in general. But yeah, the only way to find out is to see how game three can be played like, especially for Puncture. It has to be now or nothing because it is going really tough against them, having to deal with a lot of mechanical plays, especially when it comes to um, Z Esports. Like they're able to get these goals. It's like yeah, they could go for flashy plays and they still maintain the position. Maybe not like in the first game, but yeah, they like in the second game they were able to pull all of that in a really clean way. And I'm not sure what is going on right now. It's gonna be a bit of a slow game as Puncture. They're gonna be playing with maybe 2v3. Not sure what is going on. No, I think we're gonna have to recreate the lobby. That's not gonna continue. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I think for Puncture they're gonna have a small break, as we get to fix everything up right now. And I think this is a good moment for them to like have a moment to reflect and like come up with a plan, like what we should be fixing, uh, like what we should do as a team to make that reverse sweep happen. Um, but yeah, maybe Z Sports can be losing that momentum. I'm not really sure though. I don't think it's gonna be taking that long. But yeah, for Puncture, it's like a quick break for them, and I think they really needed to have a moment to think and like be like, okay, what we should be doing against the esports because we did everything seems to be going well in the second game, but in the end didn't really seem to be enough. But we're just right now waiting for the players to be joining in as we had um, technical issues with the servers, I believe. So we're just waiting for the players to be joining in. It's not gonna be too long. They're already joining. We're just waiting for the other team, which I believe it is Z Esports. And yeah, they're already joining. So yeah, I was like, finally gonna start game three. Is Puncture gonna bounce back? But we had those issues, and right now everything seems to be um, ready to go. And especially for Scream, he was like able to get MVP, I believe, maybe twice. That's already a good moment for them to feel really confident. Now Skadoosh with a zero boost play here, but it's not gonna be for way too long. Scream taking over, but again the XL, that's really rotating back, just trying to build up the pressure very early on. And Tony with a shot, and that's gonna go in front of the defenders, and one goal lead goes to Puncture. I wasn't really expecting that to go in, but that was a quick follow from Tony, and it just looked extremely awkward for Z Esports, and like maybe a little bit of mistrust between each others, and that was uh, punishing them really, really quick. And Vladimir with a freestyling play already switched to the Dominus. The Exile, sending it really high. It's gonna be Scream. Again, he has to find a way to clear it. Tony, not the best place. Kadoosh with a normal shot on net, and they respond back 1-on-1. Uh, it's it's very interesting how it's going like because I think this game has a completely different approach um, to how it was like in the second and the first game. Now Scream with a little bit of a neutral kickoff. Now Skadoosh. Vladimir couldn't really find the touch, and now the XL, he does, and Scream with a follow, and what an angle! Scream putting the team on the lead. And you know, can't really have a decent accuracy without Scream going for these shots. Like first it was the doubles, and right now it's just a simple powerful shot coming from the left side right onto the net, and 2-1 on the board already in the third game. And you know, there's like already a lot of back and forth. Both teams just like scoring possibly like non-stop, and nobody goes for the ball there. Now Vladimir with a clear. Cream. A bit of a weak touch, and it's gonna be followed up by Passy. It's gonna be bouncing with the ceiling. Skadoosh, can he put the ball in? And he does. 2 goals lead for Z Esports, and it seems like everything that happens, it just goes for Z Esports' favor. Everything has been going very well for them. Yeah, yeah, they had a really awkward double commit and on goal at first, but they were able to bounce back very quickly. They're having their counters, they're having their mechanical plays too. So it seems like no matter how many mistakes they're gonna make, they're always able to find a way to bounce back. Lots of time remaining. Let's see if Puncture gonna be able to bounce back, and one-on-one play here from Vladimir to Skadoosh, but it's gonna be handled very easily. Now Passy. It's gonna be getting beat to the ball. Cream. It's gonna be a clear toward the midfield. The XL with a pass to Tony, but Tony could really make the most out of it, but it's gonna be denied, and Vladimir with a cleanup, and they still make that passing play work, even though, yeah, maybe it wasn't really the cleanest, but they were still able to be perfectly lined up for all of these plays. And 1-goal game right now, 3 minutes remaining. Let's see if Puncture can be able to surprising us here, and you know, maybe have another passing play, or maybe even like those physical plays. We haven't really seen them in this game so far. Haven't seen any bumps or demos. Passy fails to control it, and okay, maybe that could have been a really okay, that could have been an insane play if that actually went in. Now Tony off the ceiling, or maybe off the backboard. Yeah, it's still gonna be off the ceiling though, but it's gonna be cleared away, and a lot of chaotic challenges are just getting thrown at the ball. Normally, like yeah, just 3 or 4 cars going for the ball. Passy getting dunked by Tony, but Scream, he's able to get the clear and prevent the ball from going in. And now Scream, so it's gonna be able to have enough time to control it. Now Vladimir again trying to come up with an offensive play. It's gonna be cleared away, and now Scream with a shot on net, and maybe a little bit of mistrust happens here for Puncture, but they're able to find a way to clear it, and still being done by 1. That was a really good clear. Now Passy already on the play. It's gonna be bouncing really high off the backboard. Now the XL finding another touch to keep the challenger away. Vladimir trying to make a play. Scream. The defense. Passy waiting for the shot to happen, and he gets the block right away. The XL interesting dunk here, but we're not gonna see the follow-up, and Z Esports kinda looking awkward in the defense, but again they get away with it. Puncture having really good offensive plays, and you know, make it look really awkward, just like how it was in the first goal in this game. Now Scream, the solo play. The XL, he resets very well. Cream, maybe gonna see a flip reset, but not gonna see any of that. We're seeing possibly 3 jumps coming in from his teammate, and the XL, he gets a block without even doing anything. So keep it a 1-goal game, and I think 1 goal is just what's separating Puncture from getting swept to possibly starting the comeback and also having their reverse sweep. We haven't seen any of that in this whole season so far. Vladimir with a solo play, he misses the shot. It's gonna be taken over by Passy. Gonna find the angle. It's not gonna be there. Tony already on the clear, and Skadoosh forcing a 50 to deny the counter play from Puncture. the XL with a shot. It's gonna be a little bit too wide. Passy getting the follow up. Tony with a soft touch. It's gonna be the XL. Again, we're seeing a lot of shots coming in, and Puncture eventually they find their way. With 10 seconds remaining, they finally get the equalizer. A lot of offensive plays coming in, even if it's not really going to go on net. They're forcing their opponents to go for so many clears, forcing them to use a lot of boost, and eventually they manage to find the space and they get the equalizer. 10 seconds left. We could be seeing another overtime here, or maybe you're going to see a 0-second goal. It's going to be Scream with a shot. It's going to be a little bit too wide, and the ball is still alive unless they decide to. Okay, there's gonna be killing it, and we're gonna go to an overtime. One goal is needed, like I said, for Puncture. Let's see if they could pull this one off again. It's gonna be Z Esports starting with lots of aggression from the start, and Tony with a tight save. Cream controlling the midfield. It's gonna be Passy going for the pass. It's gonna be Scream with a shot, and that was a beautiful placement. And Z Esports they take it in a sweep. You know, maybe it didn't really have to be that flashy, but everything seemed to be so quick from the very moment, like after the kickoff, Z Esport, they had like a lot of pressure, and it was like, yeah, it was definitely gonna be coming back at Puncture.